Okay. So at a specific time interval, okay, the server will wake up and pull the data from the devices here and save all the data to the database. Okay. And for the Mikrosafe client, it can be installed at any computers or any laptop or any PC, and they are also connected into the LAN. Okay. So the client can pull the data from any of the devices, okay, by going through the server here. And the client also able to go talk to the server, get the reports, okay, or chart, or for comparison purposes, and back to the front end to show the customers, okay. And also currently, we also have these mobile apps, okay. We also have the mobile apps, and it also able to communicate through the high-speed internet, okay, going through the firewall and connected to our server, okay, and able to communicate with all the devices here, okay. So all the information here can be displayed real-time on our mobile phone, and any messages or any leakage or any trick of the devices can be easily shown and notified in our mobile apps. Okay. So next, what can Mikrosafe do? Okay. As I mentioned earlier, it provides the data for the devices at a specific time interval. Second, the SMS and email notification will be sent if any fault or energy leakage happens, okay, in any of the devices, okay. It also enables real-time device monitoring and configuration, okay. What does it mean by the real-time monitoring and configuration? Let me show you, okay. This is the real-time, okay, data that you can get anytime, okay. And also here you can do the configuration. You look at the tab above here, you can do the configuration here remotely. That saves you a lot of time, okay, to go to each of the devices to do the setting, okay. And this functionality is made available. It depends on whether the user want to use it or not, okay. We also provide a status connection diagram, okay. This diagram will be auto-generated by our software, okay. And what we can see is this is the PC, okay. The left and the right, these two is the converter, okay. So all the devices here is connected to this converter, and same as here. At one glance, you will know which devices, okay, is connected, okay, and which devices is connection faulty. Like you see here, the red color, the cross here, that means it's connected faulty with maybe the wiring issue or something that you need to check, okay. And for this device, this show is a trip, okay. This is a overcurrent and fault relay. And for this one is a message, maybe it hit some alert, okay. So it go into the message. So at one glance, you can see clearly what happened to all the devices in your system. Our software also support floor plan and single line diagram with attached devices. Okay, let me show you the example. Because some of our customers, they have some requirements that they would like to load their floor plans or their single line diagrams into the software, okay, and they would like to place the devices like the meters and relay into the diagram accordingly, okay, and these are made available, okay, for our customers as shown here. And the background single line diagram or floor plan loaded can be up to the size of A0. A0 is roughly like 16 pages of A4 paper, okay. So this is the size that we can accept for our software. And also we provide graph, chart, and reports for analysis and for decision-making purposes. And our software also able to provide the cost estimation for energy usage based on tariff. Okay, what I mean here is something like our electricity buildings, electricity building at our home. Something is like that we can do a cost estimation here, and we have we can key in the from date and to date, okay, and our software can show you the graph here. The red color is the peak period, off peak or less peak, okay, with a different color representation, and as you can see here, the different time and different energy usage, and here is the tariff that predefined by the user, and they will calculate out the total cost, okay, of the bill. And of course, our system is a secure system with password and with access right control for different users to access different modules. Okay, these are all the capabilities of our Mikrosafe software. Okay. Next, let's look at what is the minimum system requirement, okay, to get this system installed. Okay, from here you can see this is the client software. On your rightmost, this is the spec here, and this is the server side. As you can see, our minimum operating system support is Windows 10. Actually, we do support Windows 7 and above, but since Microsoft announced that they no longer support the Windows 7, so we will just follow them for Windows 10 support only, okay, at the moment. So as you can see, the processor, the RAM, the graphic card, and the display for the client and for the server is quite a standard specification, okay. Basically, any PC can get our software installed, okay, without any issue. One thing that I want to highlight here is the hard disk space. For the client side, the hard disk space, any hard disk space basically will do as long as it enough to get the software installed, okay. But for the server side, I want to highlight that the hard disk space required actually is affected by 3 factors. The first one is the total number of devices attached to the software, okay. It's all depend on your site and how frequent the user want to pull the data and store the data into the database, okay. And the third factor is what is the duration for the user to keep the data. Maybe some user, they would like to keep the data for 1 year, some 3 years, some 5 years, or we have some customer even want to store like 10 years data. So all these factors will affect your hard disk space require, okay, for the server side. So this one we will advise you when it comes to the project meeting and discussion, okay. So no need to worry about that. Okay, next is the most important thing is why choosing Mikrosafe. Okay, here are all the benefits of getting our software, okay, together with our product. Okay, the most important thing is any connection issue and fault can be detected easily by having our diagram as showing just now, and we allow for remote configuration, or then that can save a lot of your time to go to each devices to do the setting, and also our server allowed to do the automated data poolings at a specific time interval, and therefore we can provide accurate data report for chart for analysis, okay. And of course, with all these reports and chart, we have a better control of the energy usage and also can avoid any possible downtime, okay. Any current leakage we can track much earlier before it happens, okay. We also provide cost estimation of electricity bill, okay, and it is a secure and protected system with access right control for different users to access different modules. And most important thing is our software is an integrated software for our X series product. and we develop the product and the software under the same company, and any customization or anything can be done easily. Okay. And of course, our software, later I will show you how easy to install, to use, and to maintain and support. Okay. Finally, and it's the most important thing, is our software is free. Okay. So this is all the benefits that you can have by having our Mikrosafe software together with our X series product. So without much ado, I would like to bring you all to the live demo. Okay. So I will show you all how our desktop application look like and how our mobile apps look like. Okay. How easy and how user friendly to use our software. Okay, can everyone see, right? Okay, so actually this is our new office. Okay, a remote access into our new office, and this is our client. Okay, the Mikrosafe client. This is the icon on your left hand side, and I will click it, then it come out this one. Okay, our software is protected by the login and password. Okay. And I want to show you what is our server side is running at the background. As you can see, this is the services. The server is running at the background. Okay, it will do the data pooling and save all the data into database. Okay, so we have the SQL so running. So these two is one is the database, one is the server. Okay, so this is the client. Okay, we log in. Okay. Okay, once we log in successfully, as you can see, the left bottom here, we can see server connected. Okay, so this is the part to verify you are connected to the server. Okay, so for our system, it is very straightforward. In order to use our system, firstly, we need to think who is the user that will use your system. Okay, it can be a support engineer, it can be a manager who interested in the chart or report, okay, or track any leakage of the system. Okay, so by determining the user, then you have to determine the role. So each user must have a role. Okay, so let us start with a role. From here, I already pre-created two roles. One is the support, okay, support role. Okay, for support role, I will allow him to do the device setup. Okay, to add the device or remove the device. So these are the modules that you give access right. You click, then you will show a tick here. Then the access right to this module is given. Okay, so for the support engineer, it will only cater for the alerts, the device setup, and also the diagram design. Okay, so it won't go any further other modules. So this is how we control the user. Okay, like for the managers, okay, maybe he is just interested to the trend analysis, or for the hierarchy view or diagram view, is all the charting. Okay, and of course he can assign new user or delete a user. Okay, these are the manager role. Okay, so after define the role, we just go into our user. Okay, we create a user. This one I pre-created. Okay, so you can create a user by giving a login ID, the name, password, email, and phone. And if you want, you can load the photos of the user. Okay, and the most important part here is to assign a role. You can assign a role, okay, to a user. Bear in mind that one user must have at least one role, and at the same time, one user possible can have more than one role. You know, you can add, like, maybe he is a manager, but he want to do support sometimes. So you can add the support role in. So that case, that means he can access more module, not only for the reports modules only. So this is how our software managed to assign different role to different module. Okay. So after creating these two, the next one is very straightforward, is to create the communication. After creating the user and the role, the next step is to create the communication converter. Okay. What I mean is communication converter is just now, remember, all our products, the X series product can be connected to the TCP/IP through a converter, which is the TCP/IP to serial converter. Okay. So how many of the converters in your system you need to create, how many records of it. So each of the converter you need to specify the IP address and also the port number. That's it. Okay. So the next step is to add the devices. Okay. The plus button here is to add the devices. The minus here is to delete on the right hand side. So in order to add the devices, okay, you can choose whether you want to add a meter, relay, or power factor regulator. Let's say you choose a meter. So there's a list of models of meters allowed to choose from. Okay. Then you just key in the location, the name. Okay. The most important thing is to tell the system what are the device address. Okay. And also this device is attached to which converter. Okay. For my example here, I got a few converters here. This is the actual running software in our new office. So we are having a few converters here. So you need to tell the software, okay, this device is attached to which converter. Then you save the record. Then it will be created here, okay, the record. So these are all the devices I created here. Actually, it can be easily sorted. Let's say you can sort by gateway. You just drag the gateway here. Then you can see, or we got a few gateway here. Okay, each gateway got the connected devices here. Okay, if you want to sort by name, you just click sort by name. It will sort by name. So if you want to sort by these device addresses, you just click. It will sort by device addresses. So it's easier for you to find any devices. You also can search if you can remember the name. Okay, you also can type in some word here to search for the devices. Okay, okay, here. So it's easy for you to locate your devices created. And you can, from here, you also can right click to show the details. Okay, you can show the details, the configuration, everything of the devices here. Okay, this one I will cover it later. Okay. So once this step is done, I can tell you your software is about 80% is up and running, and you no need much things to do at the moment. And what our software will do, our software will auto-generate this diagram view for you. Okay. As you can see, it refreshes slowly, okay, because you need to test the line and connect it, okay, from the cross to the tick, okay. So this is the real system in our office, okay. So as you can see here, this is our computer, and these are all the converters, okay. These are all the converters, okay. So these are all the devices attached to the converter, okay. So it slowly refreshed because here we got a lot of devices here, as you can see. Okay, some devices, as you can see, there's a message. Maybe they hit some threshold setting. Okay, and most of the devices is up and okay. Those with connection or wiring issue, they will show in red color here, as you can see. Okay, this is the connection issue. The rest will be connected. Okay. So this chart is automatically being generated. This diagram is automatically generated. Okay. Once you have keyed in all your devices, create all your devices accordingly, and it will go and test the line and show whether everything is connected. Okay. Okay. Then from here, you can double click. Okay. And it will show you the meter detail. We got a few tabs here. This is the voltage. This is the current. Okay. This is the power factor. Okay, the screen a bit slow because this is a remote login. So it refreshed. I need to refresh like a bit delay, okay? So here is the power and here is the energy. So we can get the data, the reading real time by sitting in the computer and just click on the icon, click on which devices you are interested to see, okay? Okay, for those alert, if the devices having message, you want them to send an alert out, here is some additional setting that maybe you are interested, okay? You go to the general, here is the alert setting as you can see. Here is for the email setup for the alert, and on the right hand side is the SMS setup for the alert. And here bottom is for you to add the user. You can add any user, okay, that you think he or she have to receive any alert, any message, or any fault or any leakage happen. So you just add it in, okay, they will be in. You can have more than one person to receive the alert, okay. So I don't know if you notice here, if you see there is a parameter, there's 3 parameters here. Okay, for this meter, there are 3 parameters here. So we also having these features like you can set the 3 most useful parameters to you. Okay, because the devices like meter, they got many parameters, up to like 60 parameters, but maybe at one glance, you don't want to open up the detail screen. At one glance, you want to see what are the parameters which is interested to you. So you go to each of the meters or relays, then you go to your models, you can choose which parameter you want to show. For me, I chose the current L1, L2, and L3. That's why my chart there, you can see it will show these 3 values. Of course, you can click it in. You can choose what are the things you want to show, or total real power, what are the things interested to you, okay? So all these things is the additional features that you want, okay? It's in our software, okay? And also we got this parameters alert setup. That means, let me show you. That means for the model, for the device model, okay, what are the parameters you want to track? Let's say for current one, okay, if it is greater than a value, okay, then you need to show an alert, okay, and then this setting is applied to which devices. You can add more than 1 devices here, of course, okay. You can drag whatever devices you think you can apply to this setting, okay. Then you save the record. Then if the meter hit the threshold set, then it will show a message and the person will receive an alert. The respective persons will receive the alert, okay, and telling that it hit the settings, the threshold setting, okay. So these are what our system having at the moment, okay. And also I want to touch about the diagram designer, okay. Just now, okay, here's all the location now. You can freely create your location, okay. And here I already pre-created a diagram, okay. Say you can load a single line diagram, okay. Our system is capable to doing that, okay. You can load your single line diagram or any of your floor plan, okay, and attach to it, okay, loaded as a background, and then you can add in the devices. Like if you are interested with these devices, you want to add it in, you just select, then it will appear in your design screen and you are able to drag it freely, okay, to put in whatever locations that is appropriate to you, okay. Then after that, you can save it, okay, your diagram, okay. Of course, at the moment, I don't want to save this now, okay. So once you have done all this, okay, then from the hierarchy view, you go to the MSP again for the incoming, you can see this diagram. And you can see the devices is up and running, okay. And also some consultant, they will feel much easier to view in the single line diagram or floor plan that they prefer, okay, in such a way. And from here, they also can double click, okay, and go to the detail screen. And also you can look at the current, the voltage, the power, the energy, okay, real time, okay. So these are all our capabilities, okay. The main functions is very easy to use, okay. And now I would like to go through the trend and analysis, okay. The trend analysis basically is the charting and the reporting and graph and so on, okay. What we have here is a meter dashboard. Okay, from here you can see I created a few group here or maybe this I created R&D group. So maybe these are the devices in R&D, okay, or these are the devices in MSB group, okay. So you can freely create by right click here, add any group, edit any group, or delete any group. So once your cursor is pointing to here, that means you will add up all the devices here, especially the meter or the meter only You will add the meter and show the usage of the kWh. Like for MSB room, okay, these are the reading for today. If you choose day, that means today. It's April 28, okay. It will tell you the reading of the real energy in percentage and also the reactive energy in percentage with the graph of the time, or the time and the usage, okay. And of course, you also can view it in the month, okay. In April, the whole month, the total usage for all the meters here, okay. And what are the real energy, the reactive energy, and the graph. And also, of course, you can have year, okay. But we don't have much data on year, okay. The second one will be the meter information, okay. For the meter information, we have day view. You can see here the day view. Once you choose the day view, then the graph here will show hourly, okay. Today's at what hour, okay, the usage is. And if you change to month view, then it will show in day. In this month, each day, what is the reading, okay. And then here is the total up. Because I choose here is the meter, as you can see. It's a meter, that means it consists of a lot of meter. So here is the total, that means the total up all the meter, the usage. So if you just want to interested in each of the meter, you can choose devices, okay. Then it will give you different color to represent different devices, different meter, and you can mouse over, okay, to read, okay, at which date the reading of each devices. So you are allowed to do so, okay. And this is the total energy, and we have total power by the next step, okay. And then you are also allowed to look at the total power, okay. And you can have a total power factor, and you can use your mouse to move over, and you can see the reading there, okay. Because the chart sometimes is too small for you to see, so you can always mouse over and get the actual reading, okay. So from here you can understand your system, understand each devices, the reading well, okay, for you to know to make a decision what to do next. And for those like the power factor regulator is rather low, maybe you need to do something. I saw here there's a 0.6 something, right? There's, yeah, the number 14, okay, the 0.6, I think it's rather low. So from here you can do something before anything happen, okay. The next one I want to show is the energy comparison, okay. The energy comparison basically is the kWh usage. You can choose any devices, okay. You can choose any devices, okay. then it will show you the comparison itself for the consecutive days, because you choose the view here is day view. So it will let you compare the 4 consecutive days, okay, from 25th to 28th. So you can see what is the pattern of the device, see anything wrong. Of course, you also can choose month, okay. When you choose month, you can see each month the activity and compare with another month. From this, we know that in March, this meter doesn't turn on power. It doesn't have any reading here, okay? And you only have reading in April and February. So at one glance, you roughly know what happens to the meter, okay? And if you see something that is suspicious, or you want to know in detail, let's say, or you want to know this state in detail, why there's a spike or something like that, okay? You want to track, then you always can go to the next one, which is the meter data viewer, okay? You can choose the devices directly, of course. If you know, you can filter it by finding it. And also you can select by group also. Once you select by group, okay, at which time, specific time that you want to log into, okay, you just retrieve the record and it will come up. Because I choose is the device group, this group got 5 meters, so it shows 5 record. And each record, they got a timestamp, the data logging for each of the devices. So here is the actual reading of the meter, and you can see the spike, what happened at a particular time, okay? So you can, from here, you can filter by your date, and you can come here by the specific time, then you can see what happened, okay? This is the actual data recording, okay? And also you can view it in the chart. You can view in chart. Once you highlighted this, that means you want to view chart for this, okay? Let's say you are interested in current 1, 2, 3, because there are a lot of parameters, okay, like around 60 parameters. So you just click what you're interested to view, okay, then it will show you. If you're just interested for current 1, 2, 3, it will show you the current 1, 2, 3. Of course, you can turn it off. If it's too much for you, you just want to concentrate on L1, you can put in L1. And you want to see more, L2, then you add in. Okay, and L3 and so on. So all these are made available for user. Okay, and remember all these things you are able to export to Excel. All this data you can export to Excel. Okay. The next one will be the power consumption. This one will be like our electricity bill cost estimation, something like that, okay? Just now I mentioned, okay, you can give this report a name, okay? And you can define the non-peak time, start time, end time, and what is the rate for the non-peak period, and what is the color. And then for the peak period, okay, maybe the rate is slightly higher, and maybe the peak period you want to put in the red color, okay? So you can add devices here, as many as you want, okay? If you add 3, that means it will combine all together. You will combine all the device, the meter usage, okay, the kWh usage together, and you can choose line chart or bar chart, and you can choose the date, start date and end date, and you can view the report, okay? From the report here, as you can see, the red color is the peak period usage. This one is the non-peak period usage, okay? And the data is here, okay? The usage times the rate give you the cost. And this is the report, is the combination of both, okay? It's the chart we're telling you from date to date, the peak and the non-peak, okay? And what is the usage at each time, what is the usage and what is the tariff, and it will calculate the cost for you, and it will total up, okay? And it will tell you to yesterday until today, this 2 days, this meter, okay, cost you $42.75. This is only a cost estimation, okay? These are our software capabilities, okay? And next we have Harmonics, okay? We have Harmonics for L1, current Harmonics, L1, L2, L3, and for voltage Harmonics, okay, at the moment. Let's have a look how our harmonic chart look like, okay. Let me choose a device and maybe let me choose a start date, okay, and date, maybe I just choose a specific time now. Okay, so this is the current harmonic for L1, okay, the L1, the M here, and then this is the THD current in percentage, and from here you can drag the line to show the record, okay, can drag the line and show the reading, the current L1, the current THD L1 in the percentage, so it follow all the way, so you can have a clearer picture of the harmonics, okay, by specific the date and time, choosing the device. Okay, this is what we have. And for overcurrent and earth fault relay, okay, we also allow user to choose the devices, okay, and you can plot the current graph over the time. Like if you choose for today, okay, then this is today reading for these devices, and this is the reading, the current reading for the relay, and you can see if anything's go wrong or healthy, you can always check here, okay. And finally, we also have the current leakage, okay. The current leakage, it will show if leakage is so-called, if any leakage in your system, it will be shown here. So actually the current leakage, I think is only a small leak at this year, February 27, small leakage happened just a while, I think, yeah, from the graph, okay, for the 2 months time, okay, from February, beginning of February until end of March, it's just a small leak, just a short while for these devices . This our software is able to track all this, okay. And finally, what we have is also alert . So all the record with communication error, maybe during the setup time, okay, it will show the alert, okay. And also this is the relay, okay, the relay that hit the threshold, okay, it will show also, like the threshold alarm trigger, okay. So basically, these are our capabilities of our desktop application, okay. So now maybe I will show you the mobile apps or maybe show you the mobile apps. Okay. So this is the mobile apps that we have, okay, currently, okay. So this, once you install, this will be the first screens appear in your apps. And the first thing you need to do is to go to the setting, okay. You need to go to the setting and you need to key in the server URL. That means which server you need to connect it to, okay. Actually, this URL is to connect it to our Mikrosafe server. Okay, just now, okay. Once you key in this path is to point to our new office at the moment now. This is the real path . And the second parameter is to enable the live query. This one, if you turn on, that means all the real-time reading of the devices will keep sending to your mobile. So your mobile will keep refreshing and getting the real-time data okay, to show the meters or the relays reading over there. So once the parameter already set, you just come here, okay, to key in your username and password to log into the apps, okay. And remember me. Once you put the remember me, you will no longer need to log in again. Next time when you launch the apps, it will automatically go into the main screen, okay. Okay, once you log in, see here, these are the groups that we created. Okay, for the grouping, it is freely created by the user. Depends on your software. Okay, you can group them by department or by floor or by area or by maybe these are the grouping for lighting, power, and this is for aircon. It depends how you want to group them together. For me, I group them to like by department, R&D departments, you know, R&D departments. So in this department, we have earth leakage, okay, 4 earth leakage and 1 dBm 380, 1 meter. So you can double click and you can read the information here. You can have voltage, you can have current, and all this it will be running in the real time. You can see it will refresh by itself. Okay, any new data fetching, they will refresh by itself. Okay, so you can have the power factor and you have energy, all these things. So all this will be the real time. It will running real time, and you can view it anytime using your mobile, and you also can collapse it, okay, on each session. Maybe you are not interested in this session, maybe you're just interested in the energy, so you just want to see the energy. So you are able to do so, or you just want to have voltage also, okay. So all this is made available, and you can go back by the back button, okay. If you want to show the next earth leakage, you can also. So here the leakage is 0, that means that currently no leakage, and that is output turning on, okay, and it's healthy, nothing, no message, and this button will give you always go back to the main screen, okay, go back to the grouping screen for you to choose again for production or for meters. These are all the meters, okay. So these are all the readings that you are interested, okay. So this one is the alert on the right hand side. This button is the alert. That means it shows you all the devices, either it's a connection failed, as you can see here, or devices with a message. Maybe you hit the threshold alarm or something like that. So all will be shown here. So this is the alert. So your support engineer will come here to have a look what happened actually. Okay, for here, the alert is because the alarm under current already triggered. Okay, this alarm already triggered. That's why it shows there's an alarm sign here. Okay, so basically that's all for our mobile apps lah. So any leakage or any alarm trigger, we will push a message to your phone to inform you something happened. Okay, and all this will make available in our new release for coming weeks. Okay, I think that's all for my live demo. Okay, so next I will go to the Q&A session. Or if you all have any question, just feel free to ask us. We are here to try to answer your questions.